In 2009, a gruesome murder case occurred in Panyu, Guangdong Province, causing shock and widespread outrage in Chinese society. A 4-year-old girl met a tragic fate as she was brutally killed by the perpetrator. This case had a profoundly negative impact, leaving many people feeling sorrowful after hearing the details of the incident. So, who was the perpetrator of this heinous act, and why did he commit a brutal act that surpassed the cruelty of a wild animal? Hello, welcome to my channel. It's great to meet all of you. On the morning of January 2nd, 2009, in a narrow and winding alley on Chigang Street in Guangzhou City, a peaceful atmosphere was created by a row of old and ancient houses on both sides. This residential complex has only one entrance road, 2 meters wide, commonly used by residents to enter and exit the area. In this quiet little alley lived a 4-year-old girl named Xiaoling Li. Her parents were often busy working to make a living in a garment factory, so she stayed with her loving grandparents, making her a very pampered and cherished child in the neighborhood. Xiao's grandfather typically did not work and depended on gathering plastic waste in the nearby area to supplement the family's earnings. On that day, Grandma Xiao went out, as usual, to buy vegetables at the market, leaving Grandpa Xiao at home to take care of Xiaoling Li. At 8 a.m., Grandpa Xiao received a phone call informing him that their neighbor had a lot of plastic and cardboard waste at home. Upon receiving the call, Grandpa Xiao prepared to collect them, so he asked their warm-hearted neighbor, Aunt Jen, to look after his granddaughter for a while. Grandpa Zhao's family and Aunt Jian have been longtime neighbors, knowing each other for over 10 years. They share a harmonious relationship, so when Grandpa Zhao asks for help, Aunt Jian readily agrees. "Grandpa Zhao, where are you going?" asked Xiaoling Li curiously as she watched her busy grandfather. "Lingli, Grandpa has something urgent to take care of, so I can't play with you right now," Grandpa Zhao said with a smile, softly stroking his grandchild's hair. "Be obedient. You will be looked after by Aunt Jian." Grandpa Zhao informed Aunt Jian that he would be back soon, and Aunt Jian happily agreed. Shortly after, Aunt Jian opened her small shop while looking after Lingli. Coincidentally, that day was the second day of the New Year celebration holiday. Many children from the neighborhood came to her shop to buy food and drinks. The lively group of children made Aunt Jian worried about Lingli, so she instructed her to sit inside the shop and call her if she needed anything. 1 hour later, Grandpa Zhao returned to pick up his beloved granddaughter. However, Aunt Jian could not find Lingli, who should have been inside the store. Lingli, where are you?" Aunt Jian searched anxiously around her, but her voice seemed to be swallowed by the alley without any response from Lingli. At first, Grandpa Zhao did not panic. He thought that his granddaughter had gone home alone because she was bored at the store, so he went back to his house. However, to his surprise, after searching around the house, he still could not find his granddaughter. This made Grandpa Xiao feel anxious, prompting him to gather neighbors to help search, hoping to find Lingli as soon as possible. Unfortunately, after questioning nearly all the residents in the complex, both adults and a group of children who often played with Lingli all claimed they did not see her. It seemed that Lingli had mysteriously disappeared. The news of Xiaoling Li's vanishing rapidly circulated within the community, stirring up anxiety and concern among all the neighbors. In their unease, some suggested asking Grandma Wang, who always sits at the end of the alley year-round. Grandma Wang is an elderly woman who often sits on her porch basking in the morning sun. Together with Aunt Jian and other villagers, Grandpa Xiao hurried towards the house at the end of the alley. They saw Grandma Wang sitting on a low bench, busy drying a pile of freshly washed clothes. Grandpa Xiao quickly asked, "Grandma Wang, have you seen Lingli this morning? We have searched the entire alley complex but still couldn't find her." Grandma Wang shook her head. "Since I had breakfast earlier, I have been sitting here and never left. And during that time, I didn't see Lingli leave the alley entrance." After hearing Grandma Wang's response, everyone finally felt relieved. If Grandma Wang didn't see Lingli walk out, then the child should still be within the residential complex. Grandpa Xiao turned to Aunt Jian and the neighbors. "Since Grandma Wang didn't see her, it means Lingli is still inside the residential area. Let's keep searching. We will surely find her." They nodded in agreement and began to search the complex more carefully. Some searched in every corner of the houses, some inspected the crevices of the old buildings, and some circled the outer edges of the complex. Despite feeling anxious, everyone remained determined to help find Ling Li. As time passed, it was nearing 11 in the morning. Grandma Xiao had returned home and heard the news about her missing grandchild. In a panic, she began searching the empty houses in the complex, but still hadn't found her grandchild. In despair, Grandpa and Grandma Xiao returned home, finding that Ling Li had not yet returned. "Ling Li, where did you go?" Grandpa Xiao said anxiously, his hands trembling. With a heavy heart, he was eventually compelled to report this to the police to ask for their assistance. After receiving the report, the police promptly formed a team to investigate the case. However, in their initial investigation, they did not find any trace of Ling Li or any evidence indicating that she had been harmed. This left the police puzzled, but they did not give up and were determined to continue searching for clues. The police conducted detailed interviews with Xiao's family and surveyed the surrounding neighborhood. During the survey, they observed a man named Ah He, who lived in an alley near Ling Li's house. Ah He's unusual behavior caught the police's attention. Residents in the neighborhood mentioned that he often dressed like a woman and frequently scared children, causing them to stay away. Previously, the neighbors had visited Ah He's house, but when they knocked on the door, there was no response from inside. This made everyone think that he was not at home. The police started to become suspicious of him, and when they went to his house and knocked on the door, there was no answer from inside. The two police officers decided to forcefully open the door, only to find someone inside holding the door to keep it from opening. The officers exchanged glances, confirming their suspicions, then pushed the door harder. As the door opened, a foul and musty smell immediately hit the officers, causing their brows to furrow. It turned out that Ah He's house was filled with trash, and there were numerous bloodstains on the floor that clearly hadn't been cleaned in a long time. The messy state of the house made everyone shudder. Ah He's room was extremely disorganized, resembling a garbage dump, with the floor covered in various piles of women's clothing. Next to the bed, they found a covered hot pot, along with sauce beside it. It seemed like Ah He had just finished his lunch. Grandfather Xiao anxiously asked Ah He about Xiao Ling Li's whereabouts, but Ah He just looked at him expressionlessly. Then he said, "All of you, sit down. Let's eat meat together. I haven't seen your grandchild today." Ah He's response made Grandfather Xiao even more anxious. The police then calmed down Grandpa Xiao and began searching the house, which was less than 20 square meters in size. After searching the entire house and not finding Xiao Ling Li, the police became increasingly puzzled. As everyone was uncertain about what to do and getting ready to leave, a police officer accidentally stumbled upon a refrigerator positioned in the corner of the room. The refrigerator was not large and logically seemed impossible to hide a little girl inside. But aside from the refrigerator, all the contents of the house had been checked. In line with the principle of not overlooking suspicious details, and out of curiosity, the police opened the refrigerator. Upon opening it, the sight inside made everyone almost unable to believe their eyes. On the top shelf of the refrigerator, they discovered the head of Xiao Ling Li, staring blankly at them. Next to the head, there were 6 pieces of a dismembered body. This shocking discovery made the entire Xiao family present scream and wail bitterly. To handle the situation, investigators promptly evacuated everyone from the house and contacted the criminal detective team and forensic experts to conduct an investigation. The situation at the scene was truly terrifying. Even the forensic experts were shocked and frightened when faced with such a horrifying sight. They began to remove body parts from inside the freezer, hoping to reconstruct Xiao Ling Li's complete body. As forensic experts began to examine the body, a surprising discovery was made. Xiao Ling Li's body had actually lost 2 limbs. This discovery left everyone at the scene feeling terrified. The child who went missing that morning was found to have been subjected to very cruel treatment, something difficult to imagine. As the investigators were feeling puzzled, a police officer suddenly remembered Ah He's suggestion for them to have a meal together. The investigator quickly approached the induction cooker, opened the pot lid, and a horrifying scene immediately unfolded before them. In addition to vegetable pieces and eggs, the pot also contained pieces of meat and fingers. After being identified by forensic experts, the pieces of meat were confirmed to be parts of the missing Xiao Lingli's body. These unbelievable facts were difficult for everyone to accept. Who would have thought that the child would be found with her head severed and her flesh cooked with seasoning and dipping sauce? The investigator immediately conducted an examination. Eventually, He admitted that he had kidnapped and killed Xiao Lingli. According to He's confession, he initially planned to cut up Lingli's small body, store it in the refrigerator, and consume it slowly when he felt hungry. The police then conducted a thorough search of He's residence and found a set of children's clothes. Lingli's parents confirmed that the clothes belonged to Lingli. After being detained, He confessed to all the crimes he had committed. The police investigation revealed that He's life seemed ordinary, but in reality, he was hiding a deviant personality. He comes from Sichuan and is 35 years old. He has a very quiet personality and hardly ever communicates with others. He was married but divorced after his wife stated that he was infertile and unable to give her children. This divorce left him mentally unstable, living in a gloomy atmosphere every day. He began stealing women's clothing and immersed himself in the fantasy of becoming a woman. Filled with hatred towards the villagers, he felt degraded by wearing those clothes. In his mind, the hurt and hatred he felt could only be relieved by seeking revenge. One day, He focused on Lingli, a lively little girl who always ran and played joyfully in the alley in front of her house. Whenever Lingli played cheerfully, He's eyes were filled with a frightening ambition. On the day of the incident, at 9:30 in the morning, when He went out to take out the trash, he saw Lingli playing alone in the alley in front of her house. When he looked around and didn't find anyone watching him, he immediately dragged Lingli into the house. Without waiting for Lingli's cries, he strangled her to death with both hands, then cut her body into 8 pieces with a kitchen knife. 6 parts were kept in the refrigerator, while the other 2 parts were used as side dishes for lunch. In his madness, he believed that by eating Lingli's meat, he could cure his infertility. When He explained the details of his actions, he showed no signs of remorse. Instead, he smiled with a very bright expression. Despite being accused of committing heinous crimes, the police still took him to a mental hospital for evaluation. After the examination, the doctor concluded that his mental condition was stable and he was not insane. Due to the horrific nature of the crimes involving children, the trial was conducted in closed sessions. However, from a criminal law perspective, he could face the death penalty. This shocking case deeply disturbed China, particularly parents. Even though 10 years have passed, people still fear crimes like this. This tragedy serves as a reminder for every parent to be more cautious in protecting their children, preventing similar tragedies from happening again. Innocent children should live in a safe and happy environment, not threatened by such dreadful dangers. That's the story for today. Thank you for watching.